There is also a lot of community notes under your post that point out to a lot of inaccuracies.
Well, Zionists did hijack the community notes. It's very clear. I mean, I've had many of those community notes removed, actually. The people making mistakes are people making deliberate mistakes like the BBC and CNN and MSNBC and Fox that are lying about beheaded babies.
Show me the pictures now!
And burnt children that were allegedly burnt by Hamas rifles. That doesn't even make sense. And they were clearly killed by Israel. And also, the insane lies that nearly 2,000 civilians were killed, when Israel literally admitted it yesterday that more than half of those killed were military personnel.
You are saying that half of these numbers are servicemen and servicewomen. How do you know that? What's that based on?
Well, you can look at the names. They list them as sergeant, commander, officer. They list their actual names there and their positions.
I would assume that a lot of people in Israel have military ranks because everybody serves in the army, every citizen. So a lot of people would be in reserve, and a lot of people will have a military rank. How do you know these are active service personnel?
Well, if you are actively listed as a sergeant in a military, then you are, and you're in a war, then you are an active target. Look at Donald Trump on Qasem Soleimani. We weren't even in a war with Iran, but he was the general of the IRGC, which listed him an active target for the U.S. military. That's why they bombed him. If you're an active duty serving military personnel, you're listed as that by the Israeli military. They're not going to list people who are veterans as generals or sergeants or commanders or anything of the sort. That's not how.
Right. How do you know that?
Okay, it's very simple. If you're not if you're not in the military, they're not going to list you as a sergeant in the military.
Right. So you don't know that. That's
No, I do. So when has any military on the face, when has any government on the face of the earth ever listed a veteran as a current serving sergeant in a military? That makes no sense. They're listing active duty military personnel.